Michael, congratulations. That looked emotional at the end.
It was. No, I never cried when Junior was born on Casper. And I was like, what's wrong with me? I was like, why am I crying, bro? Dan, I wish I could say something to you, but I can't. Even now, I'm still. Every time you say to me I'm in the final, I'm still tearing up, and I'm just so happy. All the sacrifices I've made, it's paying off.
This has been years in the making, and there've been some really hard times to get to this Winmau World Championship final, haven't there, Mike?
Yeah, of course. All this year, not only this year, but this year we started really hard. Me and Ian White, I was doing 4 days a week, 11 till 3. I was picking Junior up from school. I'm doing an hour with him on the board, then I'm going back to the pub at 8 o'clock. Mum and Dad's place, and I'm doing another 2 hours. I was like, starting to question myself: is it worth it? Is it actually worth it? But this year's made everything that I've done worth it. This is my 5th final now this year, my first ranking final this year, so it actually means a lot, because if I was all the other finals, if there was ranking, I would have been a lot higher than I am, but I'm not bothered if I'm 100 in the world or first in the world. As long as I get my hands for the first time on that trophy, that's all that matters.
How hard has it been over the years, even before you beat Phil here, with loads of people in darts saying, this lad's the next big thing, this lad's going to make World Championship finals, and you not even living up to your own expectations at times?
And to be fair, that's added pressure that I don't need, but back then it was like a leg get to me, and like you've seen today, I won the first 6 legs, and it felt like it was so easy to do, because everything that I let go of went in, and then Nathan turned into an animal, and he come back at me, and I was like, well, I'm still playing the same. I'm still not missing. I'm hitting 140s and 180s. What's going on here? And then I think I missed a 104 in the 3rd set or the 4th set, and it kind of killed me. And it was nice because I had a break. I go backstage when, Mike, you can't get beat. You've got to refuse to lose. And so I did every time. I wasn't bothered that he won his sets, as long as I won mine. I gave him the odd chance on my set, and then when it was 4-3, I got off stage and went, this is it. This is the moment now. You've got to give everything you've got now, and you've got to push for it. And luckily enough, it went in.
We've seen that a number of times in this year's Winmau World Championship, where there have been moments where you've had to step it up and you've done it, and you keep on going to the well and keep coming up with the goods. That must feel incredible, because you've not, it's not been like that all the way through your career, has it?
No, I think every day we've done this interview, and every day I've told you about Gibraltar in 2006. That was my turning point. I couldn't even win a raffle at the pub, never mind a darts match. I was losing every game 6-5. I think out of 24 Pro Tours, I only got past the first round 6 times, and that's where I was thinking, I'm not good. I've had my spell. I peaked too early. I've done this, I've done that, and then I won Gibraltar in every game 6-5. And I remember, I think it was you and Chris commentating on it, and Chris said he's got the bottle now, he's showing it. And then against Rob in the quarters, I think I went out in 12. This is how I know. It's mad. I know 2 years ago, and Chris was saying he went out in 12. He's got it now. He's showing that he can fight, and that was a big turning point for me, because it was like, no, mate, you actually still good. You actually can still play darts, and today it's like, what am I supposed to? All I'm sacrificing. I'm in the final now, and I've never given once. I've never threw the towel in, I've never done nothing. I've been knocked out 3, 4, 5 times, but I've got up and I've knocked him back out. I've been going at it 100%. And after that match, I'm physically drained, because I give everything that I've got.
Into the final, we don't know who you're facing yet.
Sounds good, that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah. Drink it in.
Yeah.
Gary, the man who you're such great friends with, or Michael van Gerwen.
I'm not bothered. You said there's an injury, give me Stevie Wonder. Van Gerwen, I'm not bothered. I'm there, and I've got an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 15 sets to finally get my hands on that trophy. I've never touched it since I played darts. I've never touched the Premier League trophy. I've never touched the UK Open trophy. I will not touch it until I've won it, and I want to get my hands on it. I want to. She's here because she's watching. I want Dagmar away from me at the end of the altar. I want my walking song coming. I'm going to walk down with that trophy and give it everything I've got. And she knows herself, and my kids know it's all for them. And it's hard to do it, because Junior hates it when I go away, my missus hates it when I goes away, because I've hardly seen him this year, and this is supposed to be a massive feed for us because I get married in 6 days. That's how weird it is, and that's all that's kept my mind off this, and I think that's kind of helped for this tournament because every time I'm throwing for a double, it's not for the match. I'm thinking, shit, I get married in 6 days. That's all I'm thinking. And sorry for swearing, but that's all I keep thinking. I get married in 6 days, and you're in this now, and it is weird. But she'll tell you, Junior will tell you if you ask him. It's all for them.
Just one final thing. There were a number of times in that game you went for double 18 and double 9.
I've never done it.
And look, last year they were the doubles that let you down. Rob Cross went on to win the title. You could see you were like exercising demons in that game, weren't you?
That 93, I can't remember what set it was. That 93 changed the full match. Because if I went treble 19 white, he'd gone 140, 134, 180. I remember that like perfect. He was sat on 47. I'd gone treble 19, nearly wide the treble 18, and then pinged the double 9. And that's why for the 61 in the last set, I thought, no what, double 9's been my favourite double tonight. 25, wide the treble 18 again, hit the double 9. I was like, I can't wait to get back to that hotel and give that double 9 a kiss. And it wasn't nothing to do with last year that I missed him, because I've told you in the last interview, Rob could have threw his darts backwards. His name was on it. He was always going to win it. No matter if he had 100 darts in that leg, I still would have missed, because it was always Rob's to win. And I'm just hoping now this year I'm on to win more. Thank you, mate. Cheers, brother. Thank you.
Michael, I see the tattoo on your hand. On the other hand, it says believe. Is that the key word which got you in the final, huh?
Like I was just saying to Dan, everything is just about believing. And well, mate, there's nothing I can say. I've got both of them believe and achieve. I do believe in myself, and it's been a long time coming, thinking I can actually do it. This year's been massive for me because I'd never ever got past a semi-final. I only ever played one in my full career. I've done countless on Pro Tours, Europeans. I never made a TV final. And this year, Premier League set me off well. I got to the final. Then Shanghai, won that. Then Melbourne. And then the World Series where I blew it. I had the 5 darts at the top to actually win it. And I had to convince myself I missed them for a reason, because this was the trophy that I won. And I believed in it. And if I believe in it, I'll achieve anything that I can do.
But if you talk about tactics, about technique, is there some sort of development?
Go and watch my game back. There's no tactics in whatever I do. I'm probably the most honest person out there. I throw my darts, get out the way, let them go. I'm all about, if you're good enough, you're good enough. And if my talent's not good enough, it will be the next time. And that's all I've ever believed in, is my own ability.
And what happens when you throw that last dart and you are aware of the fact that you're in the final? What goes on in the mind?
To be fair, I didn't even know that tops was in. Because if you probably watch it back, you see me go white because I missed it. But then I heard Paul shout game shot, and I was like, jeez, it's in. And that's when I couldn't have just ran off. I had to shake Nathan's hand first, and that's when I ran off then. So everything that I've worked for was there, and it was never thought about winning once until that last dart. And when it went in, I was like, you know what, it's the first time ever I threw in a double. Never thought about winning the match.
Last question. We will show this part of the interview before the final. So suppose, because we're from Holland, it's Michael van Gerven. How would that be for you?
I'm not bothered. I'm in the final. I'm not bothered. So I keep saying that everyone I've done, I'm there to fight and I'm there to battle. If it's Michael, whoever, I'm just there to fight, and I want to live my dream and I want to be the world champion, and that's all that matters to me now.
Because you shouldn't have too much respect for an opponent?
I have respect for every player, and I think the same way you've got respect for me. And it's only took me till this year is when I thought, when players play me, I think they've got an easy game. Well, do you think they've got an easy game playing me? Because they're not playing Michael, they're not playing Gary. And it's now I've started to believe in myself, thinking, you know what, they've got a tough game playing me now. And I think with the Ryan Searle match, that's the one that kicked me into this one, because he wanted to play me because it was fast. Not that he thought he was going to beat me because it was his pace. I was like, right, I need to prove a point, and I think I've proved it now.
Good luck in the final.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Michael, you've touched on having the year of your career so far. Can you draw on the experiences from the Premier League final going into the final on New Year's Day?
I think it was that first week of the Premier League. It was 5 and down to Gary, managed to get the win. And if I would have lost, I would have thought about 2 years ago. I know Gary had his bad back, he had his problems. But I won it, and I was like, you know what, your first weekend, you got 2 points, think about the rest, and I was winning again. Never ever once played my best darts, but I was still winning, and that's what I keep bringing into it now. You don't have to play well, as long as I do the right things at the right times. I could be on 300, as long as I hit 180 and a 120 out, but it took me 15 darts to get to 300, I don't mind.
You talked about being physically, emotionally drained after that. Are you going to need that day off? Is that paramount now to your recovery before the final?
I want the day off because I promised Junior that I'd take him out, and that was the biggest thing, is I could take him around London now. Take him on the London Eye. It's been 4 years since he was last there. Hopefully take him on a boat along the Thames, have some food there. I want him to enjoy as much as I'm enjoying it, because everything I've done is for him, so I want him to enjoy. Thank you, mate. Cheers.
17 maximum 180s, Michael, an average of 105.22. I mean, that's a world champion's form, isn't it?
Hopefully come in 2 days.
But I mean, that's sensational. I mean, Wayne Mardle and Rod Harrington were saying sort of like, you can beat anybody with that form, can't you?
Well, I've proved it through the full tournament. I started off really bad against Ron Mullenkamp, and then I've been better at every game. I've got better, and just hopefully for the final I get even better.
Absolutely. I mean, that 130 checkout in the 8th set to break his throw, I mean, that's going to be one of the best outshots you've ever done, hasn't it, Michael?
No, I think the 93 was one, and did I check 90 to go 4-3 up in sets on the bull as well, while he was sat on the finish. They were two key components, but the 130 was, and I always went for it because he was sat on like 161 or 164, and I thought he's not going to hit it, so there's no pressure, and I managed to hit it. So it was the 2 ones before, the 90 and the 93.
I mean, were you worried when he came back at you a bit? Because you burst out of the blocks. I mean, you always start fast, don't you? And then he came back. What were you thinking when he was coming back?
But I started fast and I never dropped off, and I was like, why is it? In my head I was going, why is he competing with me? It's like, he shouldn't be. But then I never once dropped off, and every mistake Nathan did, I stepped in every single time, because I never once dropped off the pace, and Nathan let me in the odd few times, and that's what won the match, I think.
I mean, you can do that over the best of 11 sets. Now you've got to do over the best of 13 sets. I mean, if you play at that level for that long, you've got a great chance, haven't you?
We're saying I don't win 7-4, it's only 11 sets again. So I could win 7-0, it's only 7 sets. It's the same thing, I could get beat 7-0. It's only 7 sets. As long as I do what I believe in and what I know I can do, there's no problem.
Brilliant. Thank you for your time, Michael. Well played.
Cameras off. Cameras off, please.